Hey guys, welcome to this week's video. Today, I want to talk to you about something that came up quite frequently during the F Perfect Challenge. I realized that I kept saying, it's not always easy, but it really is that simple. So, how can something be simple, but not easy? I get that that's really confusing. So here's the thing. Nothing is ever going to be easy if we're constantly putting up barriers, if we're constantly making excuses or preventing ourselves from actually achieving the results we want. And you might be thinking, Melanie, why would I be preventing myself from achieving the results I want when I want nothing more in life than to lose weight? I want nothing more in life than to be slim, to be happy, to feel healthy. Let me be clear. If you think that you would put your hand on heart and say, I would do anything to lose weight, I would do anything to be healthy, happier, are you doing anything, or are you repeating the same thing that doesn't work? Right? Are you repeating the same thing that doesn't work? And I often get the defense of, oh, well, no, I really had success on X diet plan. You can insert whichever diet plan you want. And my question is always the same. Okay, cool. You enjoyed that way of living. Are you still living that way? Are you still following that diet plan? What happened in the days, weeks, and months when either you stopped following that diet plan or you started to struggle? What happened then? And that's when, hopefully, you can see that you're not doing anything. You are going full hog into something that doesn't work for you. And there's nothing wrong with it not working for you. There's nothing wrong with you realizing that what you're trying to achieve won't come from that diet plan. There's nothing wrong with you challenging the norm. What there is something wrong with is you continuing down that path and wasting your time and your energy and your money. Because that's what's going to happen if you keep going back to the same old thing and getting the same old lack of results. Right? We very much focus on the results we get in the moment. We focus on the results that we get during that process, but we don't think about what happened afterwards. I was exactly the same. I would go on various different dieting plans. I would go on calorie controlled diets year after year. I never got the results I wanted, but I always thought I was the issue. It never occurred to me that perhaps it just wasn't going to work for me. Instead of me thinking, hey, this diet doesn't work, and I maybe need to try something different, instead, I got frustrated. I became angry, and I decided that this was just the way my life was going to be. I decided that I was pre-programmed to be overweight. It was just who I was. It was part of me. If you think that, I want you to know that you're wrong and that's not true. You are never so far gone that you can't make a change. I don't care whether you have 10 pounds to lose or 100 pounds to lose. You can make a change. All you have to do is stop putting up the barriers and take action. And when I say stop putting up the barriers, I don't mean the making excuses or the binging or the falling off the wagon. I mean stop doing the same thing if it's not working for you. There's nothing wrong with it not working, but there is something wrong if you keep going back to it, because it's time and energy and money that you're wasting. Instead, consider this. What if there was a plan that was about you? What if you could learn when you're hungry, when you're full, without feeling sick and bloated and needing to unbutton your jeans? What if you could go through life eating the foods that you love and actually finding pleasure in the foods that at the moment feel like they're diet foods? Right? What if you could find pleasure in those things? What if you could change your entire perspective, not only to fat loss and your physique, but to the way you see other things that happen in your life? If you could do that, wouldn't that be amazing? And what I can tell you is that the transition from weight loss to fat loss and the transition from the scale and dieting to health That's what this provides you with for the first time in close to 20 years. I'm not focused on the scale. I'm not focused on my weight. My results appear in very different ways. Am I still healthy? Yes. Am I still exercising? Yes. Do I still eat healthy, whole foods? Yes. Do I still enjoy chocolate and wine on the occasion? Yes. It doesn't have to be about scarcity. It doesn't have to be about misery. It doesn't have to feel the way we have been told it should feel. We've been told that dieting or that losing weight or that changing your health is about restriction. We've been told that it has to be miserable. It doesn't have to be that way. Because once you start to remove the negative and the positive impacts of food, once you start to remove the fact that food is good or bad, and you see it as just fuel, then you can find enjoyment in the foods that at the moment probably feel like you're eating grass or rabbit food or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't have to be like that. Those foods can be amazing, but you have to know how to see it that way. And it's a change in perspective as much as it is a change in physique. You will get results. But those results will not be quick. Those results will not be fast. Once you decide that you're in it for the long term, once you decide you're in it for the long haul, right? The health instead of just weight loss, that's when the real transformation happens. That's when you really start to see changes. Because you're committing to yourself. You are choosing a goal and you are committing to it, and then you are successful. And that's the only way I can explain it, right? It's about that change that you have to make. If you are doing the same thing and getting the same results, and it's a lack of results, there's nothing wrong with admitting